Good day, everybody. It's Erin Dalia, and I am so glad you are joining me tonight for class. We are exploring shamanism, and in my specific case, Peruvian shamanism, and some training that I have had. And we are going to do different layers of fire breath in a three-part way to explore really pumping the body full of energy. We're then going to be holding in different ways as we pump that energy up through the chakras and out and around us. And then we're going to do a light balancing meditation after that, where we'll be bringing the divine light down in and through the body and gifting it back to our mother, Pachamama, or some people call it Gaia, in order to share this experience. So I also kind of want to explain some of the things I've got going on today in my scenery, which is a little bit different. In the shamanic world, now I've studied Peruvian shamanism, so that's where I'm going to be coming from today. In Peruvian shamanism, we definitely connect with doing what's our shadow work. And so in this breath work, we are intentionally triggering some energy releases within our bodies so that we may confront it and turn the shadow into light. Because without darkness, we don't understand the light. So every time we ask for manifestation, every time we ask for growth, we have to face that kind of pattern or belief structure or whatever it may exist as that is our shadow work. And in that way, we are confronting either ancient traumas, lineage traumas, this lifetime traumas, even some of the traumas in the world around us that we might be tuning into. So if you feel like you would like to smudge, if you have a smudging stick, I like Palo Santo tonight. You can use incense sticks, you can use sage, whatever might work. I have my fan that was gifted to me during my class, and I do have a candle here and some salts, some Himalayan salts, which is one of my favorite things. So all things shamanism, Peruvian shamanism that I've been taught, come with, and I'm just going to go ahead and cleanse kind of each of my chakra areas, my connection points to my environment around me. In a more traditional shamanistic experience in the Peruvian world, this bowl would be smoking all the time. There would be something in it, and one of the people that would be participating in our ceremony would be actually managing this and making sure it's consistent and changing what we're burning as we go through our adventures. In these ceremonies, we can do everything from call on elements. So as you can see, I have some of my favorite crystals, which is a rather large piece of selenite, which I adore, which is very good for cord cutting and or really processing fast, because it's a slate instead of just a crystal. So in that way, it doesn't have to be cleansed very often. And then you don't soak it in water, which is nice. I also have my Shiva Lingam because of some of the things I'm transmuting right now. It is about balance. It's about balance of yin and yang. It's a balance of feminine, masculine. It is a river tumbled stone that I was actually gifted from my guru when I graduated my yoga classes. So I identify with the balance. I feel a lot when I connect with this. So these are all kind of tools. I also have grids that I make and identify with, especially when I'm doing my shadow work, because this grid in particular is about truth and justice. So I like to tune into this structure energetically, esoterically, when I do this kind of practice, because I feel like it's resonating, pushing through me so that I may understand truths about myself. So as you kind of go and you explore some more of these transformative breathwork styles, identifying some tools that might or might not work for you as you process is very important as well. Some people do a laying down or a comfortable seating. If you can sit cross-legged on the floor or a mat or whatever surface you're on, that's great. If you're in a regular chair, this is definitely something where you want to put your feet flat on the ground. If you're comfortable not wearing shoes, I say always go for it, depending on what temperature it is outside. Because I really like to feel that groundedness. I have a proclivity for definitely wanting to rise up and out of my body. rather than stay in my body due to my past. So that kind of connected to the earth is super important. In the Peruvian shamanism training, we talk about Pachamama, Kocha, Inti Taiti, Mama Kia, and Espiritu. Pachamama being our earth, our Gaia. Kocha being like the water kind of elements, which I do have my bottle of water here. I didn't put a bowl out for it. Um, Kocha, Pachamama, Kocha, Inti Taiti kind of being the heart, the sun in Tahiti, Mamakia being like the winds and the moon, and Espiritu being the dimensional realms beyond our veil. And so in some instances, you can call upon these elements or have them represented in either an altar or in surrounding and creating your safe space from this. If while doing this, you feel kind of other presences around you, you can be calling up a spirit animal or a guide if you want. Although we're going to be doing our chakras today and more of a clearing and expansion in presence of our full moon. If you do happen to feel a particular animal around you, just because we're in the idealism of the shamanic world, go with it. You can invite them into your heart if you feel ever so guided to, ask them their name, and know that they are around you. You can call upon them when you do meditate, or you do more earthly based meditations to help you in all of your being. So just to go through, like I always do, because I do end up having to record these and have to submit them for my final certification. Contraindications for doing shamanic breath work. If you do have any traumas or energy storages, or you feel in any way while doing this practice just completely lost in fear or whatever, if you can't pause and release, come back to your normal cadence of breathing. You can stop the work, try not to get up right away, try not to move too fast or run around, because we are going to be breathing in a continuous and rhythmic cycle, and that could cause you to maybe get dizzy if you stood up too quickly, or just kind of open up your eyes, come back into your place, take a moment to be grounded again, feel your feet, feel your legs, things like that, and breathe. If you're pregnant in any way, shape, or form, I always say, please contact your medical provider to ensure that doing this kind of work is okay during your pregnancy. If you have any lung complications, asthmas, traumas, recent surgeries, or sicknesses, again, you might want to sit this one out and or watch through it first before you practice to see if that's within your wheelhouse practice. The in and out diaphragmatic breath. So to start, go ahead and get comfortable, hands, close your eyes. We're going to start with a few clearing breaths. Inhaling in through the nose. Hold at the top briefly. Exhale out through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose, taking that long, deep sip in. Brief hold. And exhaling out through the mouth. And here we go. Breathing in and out in our diaphragmatic breath. Now we're really pushing out our diaphragmatic, our stomach area. If it helps you in the consciousness realm to push on your abdomen as you're inhaling and exhaling, keep going. All right, coming to the last of our breath, we're going to slowly inhale in through the nose, holding at the top of the breath, clenching in through the root, the glutes, being centered around the root area, the center red ball just above our perineum, holding that breath, letting that energy simmer. Keep holding. Inhaling a little bit more if you need to. Up into the sacral area, the space just at your navel, holding, tightening through the glutes, holding through the middle abdomen. Let it expand. Last inhale if we need to, any space. All the way up to the solar plexus, expanding out through the solar plexus, that space just where your rib cage meets your upper abdomen. If you feel any need to move or flex or be, you can shut your neck down by tilting your chin to your head if you need to cap some of your energy there. Let it expand through the lower abdomen area. Almost there. We're in the last 30 seconds of holding. Keep going. And exhale out. And we're going right back into our breathing. You need to start slower and ramp up and do a faster pace. Keep going. If you feel intense heat, if you feel intense energy, you can move, you can circle, but keep that breath going. Okay, we're coming in our last 10 seconds. Keep breathing. And we're in our last exhale. Slow sip in. Holding it at the top of the breath. Go ahead and pull that energy, tightening through the glutes, tightening up through the center of the body, through the solar plexus, up into the heart, chest area. Tilting the chin down towards the neck, kind of capping off that energy, expanding through the heart. You might need to move, you might need to wiggle, you might need to circle. If you can, a little sip in, expand up through the heart into the throat, pulling the neck up, pulling the head up. Inhale any more if you need to. We're going to pull up from the throat, up into the third eye, that space between the eyes and the center of the head, and expand. Constantly pulling up, keeping those glutes tight, keeping that abdomen tight. You might feel the energy coursing up through the body and stopping it intentionally at the third eye, the pineal gland. And exhale out. Going right back into our breath. This is our last fire breath. In and out through the nose. Now, if you happen to have some spittle or something coming from your nose, don't worry. Nobody is watching. If you are insanely clogged through your nose, you can go in and out through the mouth. Continuing to breathe. We're almost there. Getting ready for your last breaths. Inhale, deep, slow breath in. Holding it in, rising up through the root, up through the abdomen, up through the solar plexus, through the chest, tightening all those muscles in the abdomen, tightening in the chest, tightening up through the throat, tightening through the throat, letting it rise up through the third eye, holding it at the third eye briefly, holding it in, holding your breath, letting that energy rise. And now if you need any last sip in, I want you to let it all the way rise up to the crown, that space just at the top of your head. Let it go, let it rise, let it pour out of the top of your head, pour out around your body. Like a volcano of energy, let it roll. You might need to move, you might need to shake your hands. You've got this, keep holding, keep going. When I say ready to let go, not yet, we're gonna let go and we're gonna let it drive all the way down to Pachimama, all the way into the ground. We're almost there though, not quite yet. I know might feel like you're dying inside, but you've got this. If you need to take that little sip in, you've got it. Take a little sip in. Here we go. We're ready? On the exhale, let it shoot down from the crown. Exhale out. Let it fall through the third eye, through the throat, through the heart, through the solar plexus, through the sacral chakra, all the way out to the root, and imagine it like a hot flame shooting all the way down to the core of the earth, holding it at the bottom of your breath. Relaxing the body, holding it through the bottom, holding it. You're almost there. Let it go and breathe in. And breathe out slowly. Breathe in. Breathe out slowly. Start coming into stillness. Come into your natural cadence of your breath. Start coming into peace. Let your intention come to your natural cadence of breath and let it center around the crown of your head. If you need to keep moving while we're doing this, please feel free to do so. Notice the crown. Notice the light from the spirit too, from the space beyond, from those of our highest and greatest divine purpose. Allow a light of golden white, shimmering light to flow down from the heavens into your crown. Feeling this beautiful, clearing, warm, healing, empowering light. With your next inhale, feel that light, allow it, give it blessings to come down in through the head, into the third eye. That space right between your eyes, in the center of your head, centered around the pineal gland. Let it expand. From the center of your head all the way out around your head to the field around you, letting that light just pool, swirling. On our next inhale, letting it come down from the third eye, through the face, through the head, into the neck, into the sushumna, and into the throat chakra. Feeling it in your throat, this beautiful blue light. Letting it be around you, around the neck. If you feel anything, any tightness, any resistance, it's okay. Let the light surround the resistance and just let it be at peace. Bear witness to whatever messages it might have or things that you might feel you need to or want to say, and ask it to come to you at the moment where it would serve its highest and greatest purpose. Coming down with your breath in through the Sushumna, down into the heart space. This expansive space in the center of the chest. Swirling from the center of your chest, rippling gently outward, out into the field around you. Notice whatever intensities you might be experiencing or whatever blisses. Just observe. Coming down again from the heart through our Sushumna into the solar plexus, the seat of our power within ourselves. Allowing the swirling energy to come through and to start slowly emanating out through our body into the space around us. If you happen to not feel much here, it's okay. It just means that that's where we are in this moment. Continue to breathe. Continue to be. Continue to expand. Coming down our Sushumna again, we're going to come to our sacral plexus, the area in and around our navel. This is our balance, our sexuality, our creativity, our yin and yang spaces, letting it swirl from the abdomen, around the navel, all the way around your body. Notice that the energy might be slowing as we get to the lower chakras. That's okay. It's normal and it's meant to be that way. If there's any messages here, let them come up for you. Moving down through our Sushumna again, coming down into our root, the space just above our peritoneum, in the center of our hip space, the sleeping snake that sleeps within us, our power, our connection to Gaia. Also a well of creativity, red in color and nature, raw power. Let it expand. And now I want you to imagine this energy, this light flowing from your crown, from the heavens above, all the way down through all of the chakras, from our root, making its way all the way down to the center of the earth, the core of Gaia's heart, sharing this light with her, letting it emanate through every layer below you. Imagine from the heavens to your heart to hers, that we share the light and love that we have for our life, for the gifts that she gives us, for peace and for love. As we continue to let this blessing of light in and around us, allow your mind to bring all of this experience into your being. And just sit feeling yourself, feeling the space around yourself. Maybe you feel a friend or a friendly energy, whatever it may be, acknowledge it, give thanks. If you happen to feel nothing, it's okay. The experience is still happening, and we are sharpening our awareness by even practicing. Or sometimes we are not ready to fully receive all of our messages at once. If you feel called to go to a space within the body or a particular chakra, I invite you to sit there for a few moments while we breathe our natural cadence and sit in the light that we have bathed ourselves in. Slowly come back to your body. You can wiggle your hands, arms, feet, toes, whatever feels good for you. Let yourself come back to the present moment. When you're ready to take in all of the intensity of sight, go ahead and slowly open your eyes, coming into our experience. And how do you feel? Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I hope that this experience has helped cleanse and clear you as we are getting closer to our full moon coming up. Doing this breath work regularly, I wouldn't recommend doing more than once a day because it is bringing up things to be cleared and for space to be created within the body. So I do invite you to maybe try some of the other breathwork classes I have here on my YouTube channel, and to explore other forms of meditation as you go. If you found this class beneficial for you, I ask that you please like it right there on that button below. And then if you feel guided to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can find out when the next class is coming. And if it feels like this might be something that your community would benefit from, I ask you to please share this video on your social media platforms for others to find it and to enjoy. All right, my friends, from now until then, so much light, so much love. I'll see you later.